Hurricane Melissa. It did hit Jamaica as a Category 5 on Tuesday and through the night. Of course, take a look at the tracker here as it leaves Cuba now and heads toward the Bahamas. It pounded eastern Cuba and made landfall there as a Category 3. Melissa, though, was the strongest storm to ever hit Jamaica, and we're just getting a sense of some of the damage. We know power has been knocked out. Some of those coastal areas dealing with so much water being measured in feet, not inches, to give you a sense of the worst storm to ever hit the country. Yeah, these are some pictures coming in from Cuba, but it was similar in Jamaica. Look at all the water pouring in here. The winds in Cuba, 195 kilometers an hour. It was a Category 3 when it hit that country. The U.S. National Hurricane Center warning of that life-threatening storm surge. About 800,000 people forced out of their homes in the eastern part of Cuba. The country, of course, dealing with a huge economic crisis as well. As for Jamaica, still unclear how much damage has been done, but it could be massive. Let's bring in Robert Collins. Robert is originally from Winnipeg. He's currently, though, in Jamaica. Robert, thanks for taking the time for us here on CTV News. What's happening where you are?
Okay, so right now, everybody's in recovery mode. I am on the eastern side of Jamaica. We got more of the outer bands of the hurricane. I personally got some significant roof damage. But when I see what's happening on the western side of Jamaica, the agricultural sector, the tourism sector, we're heavily damaged. We're going to need a lot of support and for a while to come in terms of getting back to our core business.
Yeah, Robert, it's tricky sometimes to get latest information because there are massive power failures in certain parts of the country. You're talking about the western, southwestern part of Jamaica, the opposite part from where you are. What are you hearing, though, in terms of damage and the impact that Hurricane Melissa has had?
Well, a significant damage. I mean, I've seen what's happened in Montego Bay, to construction projects, to agricultural projects, to tourism properties. You know, Jamaica, we depend heavily on our agriculture and our tourism. And when I see what's happening, it's scary to think what we've just faced as a nation, as an emerging nation.
I know that you are in Jamaica to help with family members and some health issues as well. So, you know, you had to be there. You knew this was coming. You talked about the property that you and your family have. Were you in any way able to prepare for this? And I appreciate it's Category 5, so that's very difficult to prepare for a storm of that magnitude.
You know, we did what we could in terms of securing, using plywood. Sorry about the noise. I'm right by a major thoroughfare here. As you can see, a lot of people are getting back to work. But yeah, my sister, she had a brain aneurysm, and you know, I had to come down and be the primary support in terms of looking out for her, getting her back on track. She's a very optimistic. You know, my kids in Winnipeg, they have given me so much support in terms of this journey. But it's really been something that the family has had to pull together and really work at, you know. So we are resilient people. We're a proud people. And we believe that we're going to get through this, working together. And with institutions such as yours that give us this forum, we really appreciate it, because Jamaica really needs help. You know, the saying goes, Jamaica, no problem. Jamaica, we have a problem.
Yeah, Robert, I appreciate you taking time. I know it's got to be very busy, but getting the word out here on national television in Canada, what you're going through, your family, and what Jamaica is going through, much appreciated. All right, Robert Collins there was joining us, and obviously the country is trying to get back on its feet after that massive hurricane and power outages, but we appreciate Robert taking the time and the fact that technology managed to hold out. We got most of that interview.